Hello, dear students. This is Lohit Ram SK, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Srimati and Srivayar, Government First Grade College, Pagoda. So, dear students, in this session, I'm going to discuss about the perfect computation. So, based on the marketing structure, the computation may be classified into mainly two types, that is perfect computation and imperfect computation. So, in this session, we are going to know that what is perfect computation, what it means exactly, and what are the features or characteristics in which perfect computation works. So, all these things will be discussed in this session. So, let us understand what is perfect computation first. So here the meaning of perfect computation. So market. So it's a situation or a perfect market is one of the market in which the large number of buyers and sellers are buying and selling a homogeneous product without any restrictions. So that means so number of buyers and sellers are very are large number, and so they are buying and selling only a homogeneous products. So homogeneous products means so those who have similar kind of characteristics and features in their usage, type, style, price, and as well as so many features. So there will be discussed in the features of perfect computation. So simply we can understand homogeneous products are products which have similar characteristics or the same kind of characteristics. So, but here the large number of buyers and sellers, so selling them and buying them without any restrictions. So there is no barriers which can stop them from buying and selling of homogeneous products. There is no intervention of government. There is no restriction to enter and exit into the market. Like so many restrictions we can see, but here there is no restriction for them to sell and buy their homogeneous products and services. So here under perfect competition, so each and every buyer and seller has the complete knowledge about the market. So both buyer and seller have complete knowledge about the market. The buyer have the knowledge about the product and services, the prices, and the demand and supply and the market condition. The seller has the knowledge about the consumer's taste and preferences, their purchasing power, their ability, their desires and interest. So everything is known. So both buyer and seller has the knowledge of market conditions. So under perfect market competition, so market price is fixed by on the basis of demand and supply. So not on the basis of the seller or buyer. So it's mainly based on the demand and supply. The market price will be fixed. Let's go with the features of perfect competition market. So here large number of buyers and sellers is the first feature or characteristic of perfect competition market. So here in the meaning itself has seen that there is a existence of large number of buyers and sellers, and they are selling the homogeneous products. So that means similar characterized goods and services they are exchanging for a price. But in perfect competition, the price of product is determined by demand and supply. So an individual firm is only a price taker and not a price maker. Here, the no firm can have the authority or the influence to decide the price of the product in the market. So they are just a price taker. They have to fix the price according to the demand and supply of market conditions. So the individual firm is not called as price taker, but instead they called as price maker. That is the first feature of perfect competition market. Then in perfect market competition, the another second characteristic of a homogeneous product is that is homogeneous product. So here each firm produce and sells homogeneous product under perfect market competition. The size of their product will be same, which is produced by all the business firms or business entities, and the quality also which is produced and sold by them, they maintain each with a equal quality. and they design the same kind of design for their all kinds of products and services which are produced and sold by each firm in the perfect market competition. And the color also they are going to use in the product and services, it will be the same with all the firms, but there is no difference among other one firm to another firm. So they will sell all this with the equal features. So here the shape and service, the shape of the product also will be look like same. So the homogeneous product is characterized by the same color, quality, design, quantity, price also. So this is another characteristic of perfect competition market. Then the another main and third feature or characteristic of perfect market competition is free entry and exit. So here, any business firm or a new business firm or existing business firm, they don't have any restriction to enter into the market or exit from the market. So under perfect market competition, the seller and buyer have complete freedom to enter and exit. So there is no political, legal, or economic barriers. So they need not to have influence to trade their goods and services in the market. They may enter easily. So there is no legal restrictions of like licensing or uh, documentation or like, or there is no economic barriers. There is no financial crisis they are going to face to enter into the market or exit from the industry. So totally the under perfect market competition, so there is no restriction for entering into the market and existing from the market. So that is another main feature of perfect market competition. Then the fourth main characteristic of perfect market competition is, so the perfect knowledge of market conditions. So here each buyer has knowledge about the product. So here the buyer have complete knowledge about the product and services regarding their quality, quantity, size, color, price, availability, durability. So every firm's products are known by customer here, and every buyer and seller has perfect knowledge. So that means not only a buyer, the seller also have perfect knowledge about the buyer. So the consumer's knowledge means about their taste and preferences, their buying ability, their income levels, their status, their spending habits also known by the seller here. But the like price of product, the quantity of commodity, which will be known by both buyer and seller. Therefore producer cannot sell his product at higher price, or the buyer may not bargain the price for the product and services. So whenever the condition is like this, so that means both buyer and seller have complete knowledge about the market conditions. So there will be no cases of fraud or cheating. So there will be a fair trade transaction may take place under perfect market conditions or competition. Then perfect mobility of factors of production. So here the factors of productions are land, labor, capital, and organization. So these are used as a factors of production which are involved as input to produce products and services. They can be moved from one place to another place, but except the land, here the land could be used for another purpose, or the business organization may shift their land from one place to, so may change the land of doing business. But the other factors like labor, capital, and organization, so they can be moved from one place to another place without restrictions. So the factors like labor also move from one job to another job where they can get higher remuneration. So there is no restriction to move from one place to another, from one job to another job. And so here every factors of production, the capital also can be borrowed from different places. So they have easy mobility factors. So with this, the buyer, with this the manufacturer have full-fledged authority and facility to produce and sell their goods and services. Then the sixth main characteristic of perfect market competition is no transport cost. So here in perfect competition, there is no transport cost, and the transport cost is not included in the price because all the firms producing similar kind of quality goods and services, they may supply the goods into the market by having a shared market share transport cost. So when they share the transport cost, so then it will not be included in the price. So if they included in the price, that means that if transport cost is included in the price, then the price will be different in different marketplaces. So here all the firms producing goods and services in this perfect market conditions, they do not include transport cost in the prices because all the firms are producing same kind of products and they incur the same cost. So combinedly or by sharing, they can supply their goods and services or move their goods from manufacturing place to the place of market or up to ultimate seller. So there is no transport cost included in prices. So this is another feature of perfect market competition. Then the next important characteristic of perfect market competition is existence of single and uniform price. So here, all the firms which are producing and selling goods and services under perfect market competition will maintain single price. So that means all the firms products price is same. So they don't charge different prices with different product. So because the product also have homogeneous character, so the price of the product in all market is single and uniform. So they maintain equality in all kinds of products, quality, features. So along with that, they also maintain single and uniform price. That means all the sellers follow the same price. So in which they are going to sell the products and services because the price is fixed by the demand and supply. So it's not fixed by the producer or manufacturer or the consumer. So according to the demand and supply of product and services, the price may take changes. So it may be changed. So the buyer or seller is just price receivers, not price makers. So every firm maintains single and uniform price for their product and services. Then the next important characteristic of perfect market competition is government's non-intervention. So here, to enter into the market or to do a trade or to start a business or to sell the goods and services, there is no restriction from the government side in the name of taxes or licenses or controlling authority regarding the customs subsidies they are going to provide regarding the quality quantity of product and services in which the companies or firms going to produce and rationing and control over the supply of raw materials. So in all these things, the government may not interfere only because the reason is the under perfect market competition, the all the firms produce same kind or similar kind of quality of goods and services with similar features. So there will be no possibility of frauds and cheats. So the government intervention will not be there under perfect competition market. So after discussing all these characteristics and meaning of perfect competition market, so we'll come to one conclusion and a revision that perfect competition is just assumed market competition. It does not exist. So the existence of perfect market competition we can't see in this world. It isn't just like imaginary, but if it is present, there will be a control in demand and supply, price and quality and quantity, as well as we can expect the healthy competition under perfect market competition. So with this, I would like to conclude my session. Thank you.